Welcome to another recap on a classical released in the year 1998, titled Senseless. This is the story of a student who turns into a guinea pig for a drug which promises elevated senses. The movie begins with Daryl Willington, assisting a group of students, tour the Stratford University premises. He takes them to different department of the facility while doing his mailman duty. The tour comes to an end when the group comes back to the starting point and he instantly starts another tour with another group. In the next scene, while napping, Daryl receives a phone call from his mother. They exchange pleasantries and she inquires about his job offer proposal. He tells her he is the top contestant for a lucrative job despite the high competition rates from other people. Daryl is the sole provider to his family. He works different jobs to make ends meet. Daryl drops his mom call just in time to pick up a call from his university tuition office. He fakes his voice to them and says the person they are trying to talk to died earlier. In order to earn more money for his family and tuition, Daryl goes to the blood bank, who accept just one donation per person a month, and he fakes his identity 4 times to donate his blood. He eventually passes out in the queue out of exhaustion before heading to the sperm bank where he donates his sperm 5 times. He equally goes to an African hair braiding salon to sell his pubic hair, but the owner chases him away. At night, Daryl's roommate and friend Tim informs him the landlord came looking for him. Daryl doesn't agree with Tim believes of accepting pain to derive joy by giving up pleasures like eating meat, drinking alcohol and having sex. Daryl's inner pain or hunger drive is to achieve success. The next day, while serving meal, Daryl is confronted by Scott, his main competitor for an upcoming job opportunity. Scott is a rude, spoiled child from a wealthy background who loves peeking on weaklings. In the meanwhile, a very attractive girl called Janice comes to get her meal. Daryl is struck by her beauty and pours milk on him. She makes a joke and asks Daryl if she made him to jerk off. Later that day in an economics class, Professor Engel introduces Mr. Tyson, on visit to the school to motivate the students to work hard and earn a specialist assistant role which his company is offering to the best students, who are athletic, have a good GPA, and belong to a school fraternity. Engel makes his speech and gives room for comments or question. Scott and Daryl get into a hot debate that clearly distinguishes them from the rest of the student. To get athletic credits, Daryl pleads with the sport coach to add him to the hockey team. Daryl asks him, who is the hockey captain, to help him convince the coach to give him a trial. The coach gives him 3 trials as a keeper and he is unable to stop a single shot. In the next scene, frustrated Daryl, while cleaning up the schoolyard, storms upon a poster from the neurophysiological department that offers $500 to anyone willing to be used as lab sample subject. During the seminar, a lady explains the drugs and its side effects to a group of students who starts dropping out of the seminar one after another. Daryl, who seemingly was sleeping during the presentation, accepts be used as a test subject while dozing. Dr. Thomas Weldon explains the side effects of the drugs, gives them to the inattentive Daryl, promising to pay him $3,000 at the end of the procedure. In an attempt to get registered under the KZ fraternity, Daryl goes to a flat party where he meets Janice and asks her out. He meets Scott, who makes his stay at the Quest house awkward and miserable. He leaves the party and heads home. At home he remembers the drug and with so much frustration, administers it. The drug is able to magnify one's 5 senses. The next day in class, as Professor Engel is administering exams, Daryl starts to get disoriented. He pays attention to every detail in class, like a pencil breaking, mouth odor of a classmate, teeth quizzing, and neck breaking. Daryl stands up and confronts all the disorder he finds around him. He fails the exam and doesn't make it to the top finalist for the job opportunity. The side effects of the drugs are rectum enlargement and severe itching. Dr. Weldon assures him it's just a phase and that he should embrace his superpowers. To contain his disorientation, Daryl decides to block all his senses with home equipment. He worries on how he will tell his mom he failed the final exams. Moments after Tim's departure, Daryl manages to control his disorientation. He now has super hearing, taste, and can zoom in with his eyes. The next scene opens up in the top 5 finalists celebration party organized by Mr. Tyson, where Daryl is working as a kitchen staff. Daryl uses his new acquired skills to impress the judges at the party and get shortlisted as one of the finalists despite his failed exams results. Dr. Weldon is fascinated by Daryl's abilities and says he is the only one on Earth with such. Weldon warns him not to take a double dose. At the KZ house party, Daryl gets pledged into the fraternity by Mr. Tyson. He later uses his abilities to impress Janice and walks her home. The two bond on their way home as he offers her flowers in a dramatic way. A fraternity lady takes a liking to Daryl. Tim, while trying to jerk off in the bath, catches Daryl taking a dose of his drugs and he acts very suspicious. Daryl is now a better goalkeeper with his eye-zooming abilities. The coach recruits him on his team and they help Stratford University beat a rivalry school they have never won before. Everyone is happy and proud of Daryl at this point. Daryl meets Tyson at his office and impress him again to Scott's dismay. His offer a basketball ticket to go meet another board of directors in the coming days. Daryl and Janice have a romantic dinner and he uses his super hearing to hear Tim reading a poem next door and recites it to Janice. The drug makes Daryl not to last for less than 5 seconds during intercourse. Tim is concerned his friend is getting addicted to the drug. To prove to Tim he is not addicted to the drug, Darlie takes an extra dose to which Dr. Weldon had vividly said no to. The following morning Daryl gets up disorientated more than ever and goes to Weldon for help. Weldon advises him to stay in bed for 3 days so the drug washes out. Daryl can't do this because he has a hockey game and meeting to hold with the board of directors within that 3-day. Daryl's disorientation makes him to humiliate himself at the basketball game with the directors as he adds an extra touch to whatever he does. His inability to fight back because of numb limbs, easily led a KZ party slutty girl to seduce him. Janice catches him and gets disappointed. Scott at the fraternity tries to hurt Daryl by making him drink an ugly juice and smacking his behind. His loss of sense makes him feel or taste nothing. Daryl's disorientation also causes his hockey team to lose a crucial game. Daryl later goes to Janice to make amends and ends up messing things up again. With poor sight vision he confessed to Mr. Tyson, who turns out to be Janice's dad, that he loves her. The night before the final competition, Daryl asks his friend Tim to help him study. Scott's dad on the other hand hires a group of specialists to tutor his son. They both study hard and long. It's the day of the competition. Daryl steps out of a cab and instantly lost his sight. He asks for directions from a homeless man who ends up robbing him. He manages to get to a fashion store, and get a suit from money he hid in his left socks. The store manager dresses him funny. He arrives the competition defending his attire by saying he's allergic to other materials. The competition begins and Daryl and Scott come to a tie. Professor Engel asks a trickish question to which only Daryl knows the answer to. Daryl wins the competition and makes fun of Scott. He equally makes a confession, by telling everyone though he studied hard for the finals, he won the competition because he was on an experimental drug. The judges cancel the competition but Daryl receives a job offer from Tyson to work under him. Few years later Daryl weds Janice and provide a good life for his entire family. Tim weds the slutty party girl. The movies teaches us to be hard-working and truthful no matter the circumstances. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more content as such and turn on the notification bell.